It is very often that the students in schools, in colleges, and in universities get a lot of project works. And now, because of COVID-19, the teaching and learning has undergone a great change. In the school level, the teaching is not only related to completion of syllabus, but now it is fairly associated with attaining some learning objectives. And one of the learning objectives is to carry out a project work. And one of the conditions for completion of a project work is to work and discuss in peer groups. But then, students are not able to comprehend the meaning of a peer group. They know about various groups, but they have not come across the term peer group. And now all of a sudden, when they are asked to work in peer groups, then they are a bit confused. And therefore, we have this presentation today. We will try to understand the working of a peer group by taking example of 4 friends. There are 4 friends, Rohit, Rahul, Ronit and Amar. 4 friends study in class 8. Recently, their science teacher has given a project and she has clearly instructed that the project work should be completed after proper discussion in the peer group. And after listening to this instruction, they became really confused. What is a peer group, by the way? They kept on wondering. They had heard of play groups, sports groups, dance groups, but nothing about a peer group. But then, how did they solve this puzzle and how did they do their project work? Let us see. One day, while playing in the field, these 4 friends, they gathered at one place. Let us say it is day 1. Rohit was asking, Amar, what do you think of the science project this time, brother? Amar said, brother, I think we have to collect different types of synthetic fibers. That is what I understand. Whereas Rahul and Ronit, they only became passive listeners. Then the next day, in the same playground, in the same worried state on how to work in a peer group, they started having a conversation. I also had similar thought, one person said. Then Rahul said, I searched for types of synthetic fibers at home. I thought all were same. And then the third boy said, I had an idea. I have an idea. Let us go to Veer Uncle's clothes shop. He can guide us perhaps. And then the fourth boy said, let it be. They all had similar feelings that all the synthetic fibers are same. And they could not differentiate between these fibers. So this idea came up that they should visit a clothes shop. But the idea did not come to one person. They discussed, they shared their thought, they shared their opinions. They had a long discussion and then they came up to a point where they made a decision that they need help of others. And then they decided to go to a clothes shop. When they reached in the clothes shop on day 3, they asked to the shop owner, Uncle, please show us real clothes. Then the other said, okay, show a nylon cloth also. And the third one asked for an acrylic cloth. And the fourth one for polycotton. So all the 4 friends asked for different clothes made with different synthetic fibers. Then the shopkeeper said, hold on, I will show you one by one. But uncle, they all look same. How can we differentiate? One of them asked. And the shopkeeper said, see beta, cotton will burn without melting, whereas nylon will melt on heating, so also acrylic and polycotton. Then the 4 friends, they asked for some cut pieces of the clothes. Why? Because they wanted to carry out the experiment by themselves. Then they went home with the cut pieces of clothes, did the experiment and returned the next day to the same playground. One of them said, "So Ronit, what was your observation?" Same what uncle had said, the other boy said. And the other 2, they joined saying, me too, they had similar observations. And after that discussion, one of the boys said, "So, all of us have come to a similar conclusion. It was fun working like this in a group. We were friends earlier, now we are friends with common goals and objectives. We are a peer group." Then the first boy said, who had said he could not understand what a peer group is, he said, "Great, now I understand what a peer group is." So in this way, all the 4 friends came to understand about a peer group and how to complete projects in peer group. So what kind of conclusion we can draw about a peer group? How can we define it? A group of people of approximately same age and interests is called as a peer group. I hope you all have understood what a peer group is. Thank you.